to rumble for this college football playoff game. Return starts from inside the 5. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll tackle him out across the 20. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. An inside give now from the shotgun. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Hort. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Fights through the tackler. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
That's a quick shovel pass. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Looking to pass. It's Bray. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. That was a nice juke, but not much room to run. He's brought down for a short gain.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
On the run here, lets it go. Finds his man, has the first down. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Touchdown, Michigan. This quarterback on fire today. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. First down here for this offense. And now the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He'll take a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They're going to run it here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. And the Wolverines looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Takes the handoff again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. And they pick up the first on the ground. He's found some room at the 45. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Looking for his big tight end. He makes the grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Greasy had, 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Herbeck and all the great receivers. So this is within their history. It's good that they're leaning on it.
Now it's 2nd down here. Sticking with the running game. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. The offense already has 1 4th-down conversion. Can they do it for a 2nd time? Looking to throw. It's Gray. And it's intercepted. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Out past the 30. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Irish. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on 4th down. Not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Now they get set to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. This should be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Fields it just outside the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn on the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. And the wideout goes in motion. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Bringing it back, it's Stewart. And they've got the returner corralled. Michigan offense back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? Oh, look at the quick cut. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the 37.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Will he score here? Touchdown, Michigan. This offense really clicking.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Hit as he threw. He's going deep here. The pass is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Bray. On the run here. Lets it go. Quick completion to the tight end. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
The Wolverines will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
On third down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? Touchdown, Wolverines. Strong game by this quarterback.
Boy, what patience here by this quarterback. I thought he might try to get it downfield, get a little impatient. Instead, why not just check it down to the most gifted guy on your team? Get him out in space, let him do the rest of the work for a touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. The short completion of the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down. They'll have to hurry now, second down with the clock ticking. They'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Bringing pressure. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
He's got some room to work. And an explosive play. Stop finally made across midfield at the 44.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on fourth down and one, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And some room to work now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and a chance, an interception in the end zone. Could not quite hold on to the ball. It's going to be second down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Using his legs, it's Young. Got space, looking to score. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Chris, we're still early in his football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get and try to add to this lead before halftime? Throws to the tight end. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Looking downfield, it's Gray. He'll throw it now. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Nice find there by the quarterback on third down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on third down. Being a good third down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
The pocket breaking down. Oh, that one's picked off. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up the offense at the 39.
Boy, the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to pass here on second down. Gets rid of it on the move. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And here comes a deep shot. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
What a first half. We've seen a little bit of everything. These guys have come all the way back. They scored with no time remaining. And now they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
They're setting out to try the PAT. And it's up and good. The Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it deep to begin the second half. Turn starts inside the 15. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on a play. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. And just like that, in one play, they've moved into scoring position at the 23. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays. Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Well within field goal range now, but they're hoping for more as they line up here on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackle, but 1st down.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a handoff. Touchdown, Irish. And they go in front here in the second half.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display. That's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. He's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback and with throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
And tackled after a small pickup there.
The defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Back to throw. It's Gray. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
Are you serious? The offense going for it inside their own 30. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking for his big tight end. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. And see if they can do it again. And the ball is picked off. Not much on the return, but the important thing, the takeaway, snuffs out the scoring threat. Big play.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Finding some room at the 25. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Outstanding play call here to come up with that big gain and get a first down. Get the ball out wide. Yeah, sometimes you just want to get the ball to your playmakers and trust that they can create some extra yards.
Single back takes the handoff. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. And the Wolverines come up to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try the jet sweep here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Second down play coming up. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. A huge hit by the linebacker. Collision of big bodies there.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. To the air, it's Gray. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And now the running back's got it again. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
And the back now goes in motion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's escaping the pocket now. He bought some time, now lets it go. Receiver makes the grab.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. And he drops back in the gun. They'll try a pass here, but it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop.
Chris, I like the call here, going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop, and they get the ball back.
To the air, it's Gray. Quick throw over the middle. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. To the end zone, but incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Testing the right side here. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Fighting Irish. This offense cannot be stopped.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And they finally make the tackle, but an explosive play by this offense to wrap up the third quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. It's a toss to the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Dropping back, it's Gray. Looks to the left for a quick throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Catch made down inside the 20. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on third down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off that nice play.
Here's a handoff on first and goal. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The Wolverines will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Shows off the moves there, but ultimately not much of a gain. They need a touchdown here, down big in the fourth quarter. Third and goal. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. The pass is incomplete, just across the goal line.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. That's an important score. We've got one possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Makes the catch for the two-point conversion as they continue to cut into this lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll return it from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make sure they break completely.
Tight end goes in motion. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Positive yards are always important for offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Here we go now. A crucial play for both sides. They'll set up at 3rd and 4. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Hand off to the right side. Jukes to get free. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
And looking to throw now on first down. Running back has it on a screen now. Gets into space at the 50. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This running back's had a big night, the kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Back in motion now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Gain moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Notre Dame will likely just try to bleed this clock out. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Urgency here in the 4th quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Notre Dame. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kirk? They can't stop the running back. Feeding the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with a hot hand.
And he'll make it into the end zone to increase the lead even more. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. On the move. They finally get him down, but not before a huge return. Almost took it to the house. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
How about the job by this defense against this receiver? One of the top receivers in the country. They knew he was going to be able to be a big factor in this game, and they...
Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense has done what's been asked of them. They get the touchdown. Now it comes down to, can you recover the onside kick to give yourself a shot?
Coach makes the decision to go for a two-point conversion. To throw, it's Gray. And it's a sack. The two-point try fails, and they can't get into that deficit any further. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback just takes a knee. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now